Hello everybody, and welcome back to Age of Mythology Extended Edition. My name is Bloodbath169, and thank you for joining me on today's episode. In our last episode, in which the pirates attacked the city of Atlantis and stole the sacred trident off the Poseidon statue in the harbor, consequences of which we took it back. And of course, the theologian sent Arkantos to handle the siege of Troy, which is a well-known Greek myth and historical fact. So today we're going to be doing the third scenario, Scratching the Surface. Arkantos reaches Troy in time to reinforce the Greek armies. Now he must break through Troy's outer defenses.
Arkantos, by the gods! I did not expect Mother Atlantis would send her best admiral to fight for me. Gracious words, King Arkantos. And look at this. Ajax, I'm surprised to see you still drawing breath. These Trojan dogs keep trying, my friend. Good to see you again. Who did you upset to get sent so far from home? Well, someone had to come and help me put an end to this. Helen is held behind their walls, and we've had little luck breaking through. We're about to change that. You have arrived in time for our final push, Arkantos. Get your men ashore. Make your camp to the east. But be careful. Trojans have some scouts in that area. When you are done, we will start preparations for our assault.
Okay. So, here we go. Let's go ahead first and foremost. Oh, that's nice. Agamemnon's leaving. Lead your soldiers to the unclaimed settlement. Okay. Go ahead and put our military here in a single thing. Let's attack these folks. Okay. So there goes, we got something over here. Sheep. Send our animals over here. Okay. Build a town center. Okay. So let's see, we got some chickens, we got gold nearby, we've got what looks like game up here. Let's do a little exploring, and also of course they're going to give us a scout, which I don't know if they will. But yes, there's a lot of Greek myths and history that surrounds the fighting of the Trojan War. A lot of history. And it would be difficult to underestimate or overestimate how big of an impact that really has. Oh, we got ships attacking the camp. Yep, they are. So let's send you guys over here, and you guys can attack the ship. Let's see, they've already split off, so we need to do. Let's go ahead and have you come over here and help with the wood. And we're going to go ahead and do. How many people are working here? 3. Okay, so we're going to have 3, and that way we're fully up on wood, or on food, excuse me. And the next thing we're going to do is we are going to place our lure right here. Now remember, lure is a god power that attracts all nearby wild animals. Is there any lore on that? Yes. Poseidon's god power creates a mythical stone to which animals are drawn. The magnet draws huntable, herdable, and predatory animals alike, so be cautious when placing it close to your villagers. It will only summon a certain amount of food, so once a maximum number of animals reaches the lure, it will crumble to pieces. Careful placement of the lure can ensure that the food bonanza it provides gets to you quickly. Alright. Okay, so now our villagers here are done, so let's do another 4. And that will provide for our wood, and let's also order 3 more, and that will provide for gold. And then we can go ahead and add in another 6, because we will need a construction crew in addition to a group of worshippers once we have a temple established. So let's see, this is ours. Oh, no it's not. But it looks like he might be drawn to the might be getting drawn to the lure here. Oh, it looks like we attracted a bear too. Okay, so here's our 3 here. Let's get one more. Okay, there's our wood needs handled. And we're also going to send fishing boats out, not extensively, because obviously we do have issues with siege ships, it looks like. Certainly ships with a ballista on them, juggernauts, which are arrow ship, anti-arrow, and buildings. Okay. Let's see, while we're waiting for these the citizens to be created, let's go ahead and look at Ajax's lore here. Ajax, a hero that uses a powerful shield bash attack, good against myth units, like all heroes are. He's 34, homeland Salamis, and he is a prince and a warrior. The son of the king of Salamis, I might be butchering that. Ajax was the second greatest Greek champion at Troy, behind only Achilles. Homer described Ajax as a wall and said he was much taller than other men. When Achilles withdrew from the fighting, it was Ajax who met Hector in single combat. The two heroes fought all day, with only Hector taking a slight wound. Following the death of Achilles, Ajax competed with Odysseus for the armor of the fallen hero. Odysseus proved more eloquent as a speaker, however, and was rewarded the prize. And that is one thing about Odysseus. He is well known in the Greek myths for his powers of persuasion. Okay, so what we can do once we have our construction crew, first and foremost, we can go ahead and build a wooden wall, which I think we will want to do in a couple of key locations. Now, it does take gold to build the wall, and thus why we are making sure that our gold is being obtained here. And we need 3 gold per section, and wooden walls are not fantastically strong, so things to keep in mind. Okay, so let's actually go ahead. We've got our first 3, so why don't we go ahead first and foremost and expand our population as much as we can. Okay, that's all she wrote there. Oop. Okay. And now we've got these folks just standing around. So what we're going to do, we're going to build a granary right here. And the first creature we're going to attack is going to be this bear, because he can and will attack our citizens here. There we go. Okay, so there's our final 3. And these guys are going to do a harbor down here, or dock. These guys are going to build a dock that will allow us to build up some fishing boats, a few, not many, to get the fish that are within immediate range. We also need to create interesting that we were not granted a hippocampus. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so next up, let's go ahead and do our temple, which we will smack down right here. That opens us up to be able to advance to the classical age, and of course these guys will immediately start worshipping. There's a war party right there. And in a way that's actually good, because it lets us know which direction the attack, which attacks are going to start coming from which direction. Oh, there's our hippocampus right there. So let's send this one over here. Okay. Yes, I'm sure the hippocampus is being attacked. Okay, so we have archers down that way. That's good to know. Alrighty, so what can we do? We can do a Pegasus. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Pegasus will allow us to scout from the air, and is only really vulnerable to our archer units. So we'll go ahead, actually, and we'll have our Pegasus grid this area. We may lose it, we may not. We almost did, I guess. But we have another town center down here. That'll be important for knowledge going forward. We have another bear up here. Hippocampus is being attacked. Let's go ahead and send our hippocampus down here, and that'll be the last time. We should need it, as that will be all the that will be all the water. And it did get killed, it looks like. Yes, it did. Okay. Let's see. Myth unit lore here. Pegasus. 15.5 hands high. Pegasus was born from the severed neck of the slain Gorgon Medusa. Bellerophon slew the mighty Chimera from the back of Pegasus after taming him with the help of Athena in the Golden Bridle. Pegasus later flew to Olympus, where Zeus made him into a constellation. What a way to thank somebody for their help and service. Here, I'm going to make you a star. A little bit more literally than may have been anticipated. Okay, what else here? We should be... Can't upgrade this yet. And there goes our Pegasus. That's fine. We have our immediate area scouted, and that's really what we needed. So we know we got towers up here. We have a base over here, which means if we want to access this gold and these trees and even up here, we will need to bar this off, and we will have to bar it off right here and right here. That'll keep them locked in there. Okay, Poseidon summoned another hippocampus, so let's send this one up this way. And let's go ahead and do 5. Now let's do it at 6, since we did 6 on every other resource. Yep. Okay, we lost a villager to cavalry. And let's go ahead and advance to the classical era. Now we got a couple of different options. We have our Cyclops again, but we also do have Centaurs. I think we're going to stick with the with Ares here, the god of worship, or excuse me, god of battle and slaughter. His improvements target the attack of human soldiers. I prefer soldiers over cavalry personally, to each his own. So we'll go with worship of Ares. So, got a bunch of fishers now, so let's send you here, you here, you here, you here, and we got one more over here. And we have another camp up here, it looks like. Good to know. Gotta send these guys back out. Okay, so how many villagers did we lose over here? We lost 3 of them. No? 2 of them. 1 of them. I'm going to learn to count one of these days. Just move that over there. It's less confusing. Okay, so we've got you. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's 6. Okay, well, let's see. We have you guys got pots on those. So let's actually go ahead and sink that fishing boat. It was nice, but we don't need it. Okay. Worshippers need to now go over here. And we need to go ahead and build us a barracks. What's attacking? No, I did not tell you to go over there. You guys need to build a military academy, excuse me, a archery. We will go ahead and do a stable and an armory. And then we need to replace the house that got destroyed down here. Ah, Derek, stop hitting stuff. Boom, boom, and boom, and go back to worshiping. Okay, so we got some free infantry out of it, looks like. Okay, so let's send him up here to join the hunters. Let's go ahead and do masons. We've got up a pretty decent stock of gold, so I'd say we're ready to do a little bit of wall building. But before we do, let's actually make these guys control group 2. Because they're going to do this, and then we're actually going to change our plan a little bit. Because we want to go ahead and first of all wall off this spot right here. And of course we'll also put down a couple of watchtowers there. And speaking of watchtowers, let's do signal fires. Actually, let's skip signal fires and do watchtowers. That'll allow them to start firing at enemies. Troy advances to the heroic age by the passion of Aphrodite. Okay. We have hunters standing idle. Okay. So, let's go ahead and have them start hunting or killing off the goats down here. Okay, we're going to skip. Alrighty, well, welcome back. And so we've had a couple of different attacks. We've been moving our resource locations around just a little bit. We've run out of food, so we are now in the process of building farms, and that will give us a steady food supply. We've also increased our numbers on gold and wood to 6, and we should be getting close. As you can see, our walls are up. Let me get these two and send all these guys back to worshiping. And it looks like in the last clip you saw that that Troy had advanced using Aphrodite, and of course Aphrodite apparently gave them access to the Nemean Lion myth unit, which if and when we have later access to ourselves later on, we'll of course read the lore on that. Let's go ahead and upgrade our Cyclops. Even though we haven't built any yet, we're going to go ahead and upgrade them. And what are we missing as far as advancements go here? We are missing... No, we're not missing anything. Let's go ahead and advance to the heroic age. Okay, so we got a couple of different choices. We can do Aphrodite, and that would give us the access to Curse, God Power, and the Nemean Lion, or we can do Dionysus, which gives us access to the Bronze Power, turns a target a location, turn the skin of you and your allied soldiers and ships to bronze, reducing their vulnerability in combat. It also gives us access to the Hydra and the Scylla, excuse me. Both of these are basically the same thing. They kill enemy soldiers and myth units, and this one, of course, enemy soldiers, or ships, soldiers, and myth units, and they both grow heads as they consume. We also get the Bacchanalia, Anastrophe, and Thracian horses. I think we're going to go with Dionysus. The Hydra is a really good choice. So we'll go with Dionysus and let them have the Nemean Lion. Y'all better look out. You only got these wooden walls, tell you what. Okay, what else can we do while we're waiting for that? We can go ahead and upgrade our armors. And we can do Purse Scene, and that will increase the efficiency of our ships. Or fishing boats, that is to say. Okay, so this gold pile has been used up. So let's go ahead and stick a storehouse right here. And that'll send them to get this 1500 one. And then I'll have to figure something out up here. The primary thing that we're getting held up on now at this point is actually wood. We're running out of wood, and we're not gathering it very quickly. So let's go ahead and do bow saw and shaft mining. We have proceeded to the heroic age to the drunken revelry of Dionysus. Okay. So now we can... When we have the wood to do it, we can do fortified town centers, which improves attack, hit points, and range of town centers and lets them each support 5 additional pop. Basically raises pop cap by 5. Well, we got a hostile force right up here. Thankfully, no archers. Let's send our military to address the issue. Especially the Nemean Lion there. Okay, their lion's down. Lost a hoplite. Okay, so they're down. Now where did that cavalry run off to? Don't see them anywhere. Okay. So let's send all our folks down here. Let's actually make this a stone gate, and we can go ahead and upgrade our walls to fortified walls, and that will help with that. These folks need to go ahead and repair our walls here, and then they can return to mining gold. Let's upgrade both of those. Let's check our towers here. Let's do guard towers, and both of those need a boatload of wood, naturally enough. Okay, let's see. Bacchanalia needs wood. Hydra. Myth unit that we just got access to. Grows heads as it kills enemy soldiers and myth units. Another of the fierce offspring of Echinda and Typhon, the Hydra was a large serpent with multiple heads and poisonous breath. Killing the Hydra near the city of Lerna and Argolis was the second of Heracles's. Please note Heracles. Western and especially American, especially after Disney did their movie, always think it's Hercules. That's the English version. In Greek, it's actually Heracles. Heracles' 12 tasks. Criminy, I cannot talk. Each time he cut off one of the Hydra's heads, however, 2 more grew back. A nephew helped him by cauterizing each wound as the head was lopped off. The last head was immortal, so Heracles buried it under a large rock. Once the beast's body was dead, Heracles dipped his arrowheads into its blood, giving them extra potency. And if you are familiar with the myth of Hercules, or Heracles, as I just said, he learned very quickly to regret that decision, unfortunately. Heracles ended up getting screwed over quite a bit as far as the myths are concerned. Okay, so let's go ahead and upgrade our to heavy infantry, and we'll do levy infantry, which increases our rates for training. We don't have the wood resources to spare for this, but we can go ahead and improve to bronze weapons, and we'll leave that for now. Let's go ahead and do one more level of food, since other than these guys, which I can also upgrade again. Salt Amphora. And what does it take to do these? Scylla need gold, actually. Interesting. Okay, so this is almost cleared up. Let's go ahead and add in our hoplites. We're completely out of Toxotes now. Archers, that is. These guys can now be assigned to come over here and build a second town center. Now that is primarily a means of seizing control over the area. And I don't believe we can advance again. No, we cannot. So what we see is what we get. Let's go ahead, and now that our favor is maxed out, let's go ahead and do 4 Elder Cyclops. And these guys need to finish up, that way we can close down that operation. You guys do that, and then go back to worshipping. Cool. Now the reason we did that is because each myth unit takes up 5 population, and we're going to do our damnedest here to do a group of 5 Elder Cyclops and a group of 5 Hydras, and to send them a caroling, shall we say. Since I know this video will not come out for quite some time, but at the time of recording, it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So on that note, I hope you guys are, any of you watching, are prepping to have a good Thanksgiving, and you're being safe about it. But you know, I'm all about individual freedom, so take that for what it is. Okay, so this project is now closed up. So let's actually send these guys over here. Where are we at on Cyclops? We got our 4 Cyclops. Okay. So, and then these guys take 8 per person or per unit. So okay, so these guys are going to go in control group 3, and they're going to be positioned right down here. Didn't put our rally point over here. Important thing to note is every time the Hydra gains a head, of course, its attack goes up. Same thing with the Scylla. Alrighty, forces are marshaled, so let's hit it. Go in right through the wall. One of our Hydras has already gained a head. Three heads, looks like. So they're down. Let's take care of the other assaulter here. Okay. So let's knock these walls down. Walls along with everything else. Scorched earth. Okay, now our goal is actually to destroy these docks, but let's go ahead and make sure we've got everything else in the area, and then we'll destroy this side, I believe. Yep, we're good. That's all forest. So let's go ahead and target these ships, or this dock here. Okay, destroy the last Trojan dock.
Trojan docks destroyed. Agamemnon's army can land.
That's all she wrote. Okay. Agamemnon's army is landing. Where did they land? Alright, so they landed over here. So let's go ahead and add in our military to this control group. We'll add in these guys, which includes a couple of Troboli, siege weapons. Now what you'll actually notice is our attacks have actually been coming from Troy up to the north here, not from this area over here, which is interesting. Is that all 5? That's 5. We are at our limit, so let's have at it. Let's do pestilence. We're going to attack that wall. Alrighty, here we go. Final assault, which most of the force seems to be lagging behind on. Let's go ahead, once we have all our units a little bit closer, we will go ahead and bronze everybody. Focus on the Colossi. They are the biggest threat. Okay, now this guy. And now this guy. noticed that they have been gathering gold. They had a pretty good gold operation over here. Shame that it's not going to do them much good for much longer. This is an attack that is well and truly beyond their ability to stop me. Alrighty, that's all she wrote. And that's the end of today's episode. So, thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope you will check out the growing series for Civ 3 and Roller Coaster Tycoon, also very good games. And also for those of you who are 18 and over, sadly I did have to I do restrict my Fallout New Vegas series because that game is rated M, so not suitable for the younger among us, 18 and over. So apart from that, thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya!